how are you doing? Today I wanted to talk about mindful eating. I know it's really hard at first, we get lost, right? Like how to feed that child, because sometimes we're just used to eating the basics, rice, beans, and beef, rice, beans, and chicken, rice, beans, and fish. And then we have a child and we need to nourish them, teach them about hunger, teach them about feeling full. And children, they have something very important that we always forget. Examples have a huge influence on their behavior, okay? Helena, I think, is a really great example to give. Helena picked up a habit from her father, and it's amazing how funny it is because my husband just can't eat bread by taking bites. He takes the bread and breaks off little pieces one by one. He pulls apart the whole bread piece by piece, eats a bit, then another piece and eats it. I eat bread by taking bites, right? And Helena picked up the same habit from him. She eats bread by pulling it apart piece by piece. This is an example of how, examples make children follow our lead. Our image, they repeat what we do. That's very interesting. So one recommendation I would give you is a few tips that I follow with Helena. Helena eats everything. And I always try, there are so many people online who say, oh, you can't give sugar, you can't give this, you can't give that, you can give. And it gets really overwhelming because we work, right? We have jobs, we're mothers, we have the daily routine at home, and it just adds even more to our load with a bunch of extra things. So I believe that balance is everything. So every now and then she does eat chocolate. Every now and then she drinks sparkling water. Every now and then she has a sukita. I don't give her Coke, I give her sukita. Why? Because I think it's good for her to try. So when there's a little party or something where I know there will always be Coke, I buy a sukita because I like sukita. I like that it has some juice in it. I like it because it's a soft drink, but it's something she only has once in a while. In her daily life, she doesn't drink it every day. Every day she drinks orange juice, she drinks grape juice. She eats fruit very well. She eats vegetables very well. She loves broccoli. But her relationship with food started from going to the market. She goes to the market with me and she picks out her own fruit with me. I let her grab them, I let her feel them, she squeezes them, she sees what they are, and I explain to her what each thing does. I say, look, this one makes your skin nice, this one helps your tummy work well, this one helps you go poop. And she likes it and she gets interested. They need to have this interest in food. One really cool thing that Helena loves is cherry tomato. I always cut the cherry tomatoes for her, and I think it's great that she developed an interest in wanting to cut them herself, in wanting to handle when I'm cooking. She comes to the kitchen with me. We put her on that little step stool, the one that raises her up, and she plays with the things on her plate. She arranges her own little things. And this interest, I would say, was essential for her to develop the desire to eat, right? She does eat some treats from time to time, but she also eats healthy things all the time. And she also sees a nutritionist who gives her supplements. Why is that? Because when she gets sick, even adults, I would say, when we're sick, we don't feel like eating. So since she's in daycare, there's this autumn season, and every now and then she catches some little illness at daycare or at school. So she kind of loses her appetite. That's why I give her supplements. And this has been essential for my daughter's nutrition. It's worked well for me. It's worked well for us, okay? So that's what I would recommend to you. It's that you involve the child in this eating environment. Include them when you go to the market. Involve them when you're preparing food. Create this positive environment where they can understand that eating fruit is good, eating vegetables is good. A really great tip, I know it's very hard for us to keep a variety of vegetables, a variety of fruits every day, every single day. When she's at preschool, I always set aside at least one day every 2 weeks just for cooking. So I go ahead and cook beets, zucchini, coyote, tomatoes, vegetables. I get everything chopped up. I prepare all her little salads, her cherry tomatoes. I leave everything already organized, all washed, all nice and neat. What can be frozen? Vegetables, I freeze. I separate everything, put it in containers, and freeze it. Rice, I make a big batch for a week or two, and freeze it. Beans, big batch, I freeze. Keep things frozen, because that makes your daily life easier, always having fresh food available. Once it's done, just cook it once, freeze it, keep it frozen. Something really great that I like to do is buy 1 kilo bags of frozen broccoli, frozen cauliflower, frozen peas, and that mixed frozen vegetable selection. Buy them and keep a big batch in the freezer. Why? Because there will come a time when you'll be in a rush and won't have time. So it's much easier to just grab something from the freezer, defrost it, and give it to your child, rather than trying to buy a takeout meal that you have no idea how it was made and then feed it. So that's a tip that works really well here at home. When it comes to fruit, I always keep everything washed and stored in the fridge, because sometimes she suddenly decides she wants it and eats it, and other times she suddenly decides she doesn't want it. Some weeks she loves grapes, other weeks she doesn't even want to see grapes. Some weeks she loves guava, other weeks she prefers mango, but one fruit that's essential is strawberries. She is completely in love with strawberries. In fact, I bought a seedling, a little strawberry plant, and I keep it planted in the backyard for her. She likes to play in the dirt, of course. It makes a mess, but that's normal for kids. It's all part of their discovery process, okay? So she makes a little mess there, but when that tiny strawberry plant produces a strawberry, she takes the greatest pleasure in picking it and eating it. And that's really cool. So these are the tips I have to share with you about children's nutrition. I'm not a nutritionist. These are the tips my nutritionist gave me. And the tips Helena's pediatrician shared with me. I put everything together, made a mix of everything I know, everything I practice in my own motherhood, and I'm sharing these tips with you to help make your motherhood a little lighter too. And let's remember that balance is everything, okay? And another thing, make sure you eat well too. Be an example. Your example will help your child eat well, okay? Kisses, bye-bye.